Greetings from the Tulsa World OU Sports Extra team. I am Nate Feken, joined by Eric Bailey and Mason Young after an instant classic win by the Sooners. Eric, what are your takeaways from this crazy game?
Just an amazing game, and of course every time we come down here it seems like it's amazing. This one, another chapter in this great rivalry. Who would have thought it? Dillon Gabriel, he's implanted himself not only in the Heisman race this year, but in Sooner lore, leads the team 75 yards in 5 plays, got the ball down 3 points with 1:17 to go, drives in 5 plays, 75 yards, game-winning throw to Nick Anderson. Great finish for the Sooners. They win 34-30.
As you said, Sooner Magic. Mason, what were your takeaways from this one?
Well, if we give last year's 49-0 loss a mulligan, we're on a run of 3 really good games here at the Cotton Bowl. You think about the 4 overtime game in 2020, Caleb Williams' emergence in 2021, and now, as Eric said, Dillon Gabriel stepping onto the Heisman stage in 2023. It just gets better and better every year that OU and Texas play here.
That's right. And offensively, Eric, that's kind of what you're focusing on. As Mason said, Dillon Gabriel, he cements himself in a Sooner lore and maybe steps right into the Heisman conversation now.
Well, here's something that he did today that no other Oklahoma quarterback has done. No other quarterback has threw for 350 yards and ran for 100. Today he finishes with 113 rushing yards, career high. Never had over 100 yards. Finished for 113 rushing yards. He threw for 285 against this Texas defense. This is a really good Texas defense too. So he's done something that not even Kyler Murray did on this field. So in his only appearance in this game, his first appearance, he really set the tone with the way he played offense today. And the team, he just infected the team with the way he played. And Steve Sarkisian, after the game, said they couldn't stop him. His running ability, what he's able to do to scramble, make plays with his feet, no one really expected that because he really hasn't shown it. He kept plays alive and moved the chains.
Yeah, and like Kyler Murray, this may be one and done for Dillon Gabriel. I know he got emotional after the game talking about the impact of Hawaii and just what everything meant and what people are probably thinking back home. Mason, defensively, a bunch of huge plays in this game for OU.
Right, incredible just how many momentum swings in this game. You think about the 3 turnovers OU had. Gentry Williams picks off Quinn Ewers on the second play of the game, and immediately OU's in business. Dillon Gabriel's going to go score a touchdown. You can count on one hand how many plays later that happened. Goes in for the 9-yard score, and OU's got the lead and all the momentum right away. There were some other big turnovers in this game. That they're on one of Texas's drives, their tight end appeared to fumble, and Gentry Williams would have recovered it, and that got overturned. But if that doesn't get overturned, then he has 3 turnovers on the day because he also ends up with the fumble that Peyton Bowen forced in the second half. That at that point in the game, third quarter, kind of early to mid-third quarter, that looked like it might be a backbreaker for Texas, really. I mean, Quinn Ewers runs out of the pocket, scrambles, gets hit by Peyton Bowen, coughs it up. And at that point, I think OU went and got a field goal off that, and they were up 10, and you kind of thought, okay, or maybe they scored a touchdown, and you're like, all right, well, let's just start to maybe get away from Texas a little bit. But a couple really big plays at the end. The goal line stand, obviously, was huge to shut Texas down on 4th and 1. And then Steve Sarkisian was talking about afterward, Jacob Lacey's sack of Quinn Ewers on first down on Texas's last drive. How that really kind of threw things off kilter for them, and they ended up kicking a field goal and honestly leaving too much time on the clock for OU to be able to go down the field and score.
Sure. A lot of momentum swings, a lot of great plays from both sides of the ball. To wrap things up, where does this put OU going forward now, do you think, Eric?
A well-deserved off week. They get a day off at midway point of the season, too, so they're going to get able to heal, kind of look back. Brent Venables every week. So there's a lot of work to be done, but they're going to be 6-0, entered the game number 12 in the AP poll. They're going to make a big jump up. Where they're going to land, I don't know, but they just defeated the number 3 team in the country. So I think they're going to move up pretty high. We'll see what happens tomorrow on the AP poll and the coaches poll. Most importantly, the college football playoff poll, where Oklahoma fans took a year off last year. Now they're going to start paying attention to that again. We'll see what happens. Got a really talented UCF team coming in a couple of weeks to Norman. There'll be a lot of momentum going into that game. Kansas after that. So really, the momentum, the confidence, the swagger, it's all there. We'll just see how they handle all the attention now. This is a team that's playing confident. Now we'll see what happens with the attention that's coming and it's going to continue to build. But to be honest, the way that this team's playing right now, I've been really impressed with the way they've been able to handle things. So Brent Venables is excited. He has every right to be with the way that they played today. There was some adversity hit him at times this today, and they were able to handle it well.
Brent Venables after the game actually said that this one takes a back seat to any of the games he's ever coached, national championship game, playoff games. That kind of shows you the kind of game the Sooners had today and the kind of win this was for the program under Brent Venables going forward. That'll wrap things up from here inside the Cotton Bowl. I am Nate Feken, joined by Eric Bailey and Mason Young for the Tulsa World OU Sports Extra Team.